Hello, and welcome to Relatable Catholic, a podcast where faith and everyday life collide with humor, honesty, and hope. We're here to remind you you're not alone on the road to heaven. If you enjoy this podcast, please subscribe to the show and consider sharing it with a friend. Welcome back. We're so glad you're here.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, and welcome back. How are you, Father?
Doing great.
Great.
Doing great.
That's good. Another busy day.
Another busy day. Had a funeral in Marshalltown for a priest, Father Bernie Grady. Really great man. He was ordained in 1968. He spent some time as a missionary priest down in Bolivia when the Pope asked for missionary priests. He said yes, and because we had a lot of priests back then, and the Pope asked for 10%, every diocese to tithe 10% of their priests to be a missionary priest to Latin America. And so we sent a bunch of priests down to Bolivia. And
we had so many. This is kind of like foreshadowing our topic for today.
Yeah.
We won't get into that just yet.
Didn't mean to, but yeah. So good to see a priest funeral. If you've never been to one, is really cool. It's like a first Mass of Thanksgiving. All the priests show up, and I would say there's about 30 priests at this funeral Mass, and it was nice to see all the guys. And then since I was in Marshalltown, I stopped at my sister's house and saw the kids for a minute. And
nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's exciting.
Yep. Recap the football games with them from the weekend.
Oh, right. Yes.
49ers. And
yes. How did the 49ers do?
49ers won.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
How did your cousin Brock Purdy do?
He did pretty well. He threw a couple interceptions, but
that's all right.
He made the big throws when he needed to.
Yeah. And they got a win.
And they got the W.
That's really all that matters.
That's right. So it's good.
That's exciting. And you're an Iowa State fan, so you were
Iowa State fan.
excited.
So I didn't get to watch the second half of the game. So I had a wedding, and I would have watched it, but as I was leaving the church, someone said to me, "Father, you should have prayed harder for Iowa." And then I knew at that moment that Iowa State had won. You know? Because they had what I say, they ruined it for me. But in some level, that's okay, because then I don't have to go back and watch it.
Yes.
I didn't have to go through that.
Yeah.
That drama. I just knew Iowa State won, and I could move on with my other two Masses for that day. And it was a busy Saturday, and then I went home and I went to a family reunion this weekend.
Holy cow, you were busy.
Yeah. So it was the Sibula family reunion, which had been like my great grandparents. That's how far back this one's going. And there was probably 45, 50 people there. 50, at least 50. And I would say that 28 of them were from my family, my the branch that I was on. So we were the ones that were hosting it this year. So we showed up big time because we were hosting it.
Yeah.
And
it's fun though.
Yeah.
To see everybody.
Yeah. Little town of Vining, Iowa.
Never heard of it.
Yep. I used to have a Catholic church. It was closed 25 years ago.
Another little foreshadowing episode.
Along with two other churches very close to it, includes here. And I was thinking about how similar it is to Tama County is to Jackson County that way. Like we had a bunch of churches close 25 years ago. Well, a bunch. We had Vining, 2 in Cloutier, 1 in Cloutier and 1 outside of Cloutier, and then 1 in Garwin. And I think that's it. There might be more, but that's Southern Tama County. And so we're just foreshadowing the topic, but a little bit, but that's okay. Then I invited a priest friend over. We went home and watched football, and I invited a priest friend over to have dinner with Dad and I and Father Jake Dunn. Father Jake's.
We have mutual cousins.
Yeah. So
we're not cousins, but we have mutual cousins.
Yeah. So he's pretty close in a cluster of 5, just to the west of or the east of Tama's
Oh, nice.
cluster. So he's 5 years ordained. Nice guy. 4 years ordained. But yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Only 4 years ordained. So so today, they are headed to their newly ordained priest convocation. They get together in Des Moines and they talk about a topic. Their topic this year is continuing formation, continuing education for the priests. So he was headed there today. And as well as the other ones in his class, they had 3 in that class, and he was excited because this is their last one.
Oh yeah.
You only have to be in it for
I didn't know if it was
years.
like if it was like education, like continuing ed.
Kind of is.
Yeah.
But I really like it, mostly because I like the social aspect of it.
Shock.
So yeah, they're a shocker. So some guys hate it, some guys really like it, and some, probably in the middle there too. But I'm pushing for more. I'm pushing for like it's newly ordained. I'm pushing for like a recently ordained program too, like like the next 5 years.
Yeah.
Like to continue the formation, continue the education, because, well, I think it'd be good for. I mean, I like to keep learning about things, and sometimes when you come through your field of study or seminary, anything, you don't really get it until you're actually working in it.
Right.
I'm sure that was the same thing with you as a teacher. Like they can tell you whatever they want at the moment, but until you're actually working in the classroom day after day, do you actually kind of understand?
It's true. Very true.
So you can relate.
I can relate. Yeah. Well, you are a busy body. I did not do all of that this weekend. Since school started, like I cannot function on a Saturday. I don't know, like I'm just so tired. I can't function, which leaves everything to Sunday. So then Sundays are like, I got to get the laundry done. I got to get the cleaning done. I got to get the cooking done. I've got to get everything done. So that was really all I did. I napped for most of Saturday. I paused for church. Oh, we did go to Manny's.
Oh,
on Saturday night.
Good.
It was good.
Did you go with the winners of the?
No, I don't know who won the basket. I've got to figure that out. Yeah, because we got to know who we're going to Manny's with.
Maybe they don't want you to know.
Isn't that weird that they haven't reached out yet?
They don't want us to know.
Speaking of the basket, we haven't recapped the pork roast yet, the big parish festival.
That's right.
Yeah, and the Relatable Catholic basket went for over $200.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a big deal. Not as much as Father's ribs, but...
No, ribs did good.
The ribs, say how much the ribs went for.
$2,000.
Those must be some spectacular ribs.
They are amazing. And people are generous to the church.
Yeah.
That's really what it comes down to.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. And then some side-by-side rides too.
Oh, those were yours?
Well, my name was on it. Yeah. So.
Oh, okay. I very much do not like auctions. They bring me a lot of anxiety because I feel bad. Like if somebody doesn't bid on something, then I feel bad for the person who donated it. And like, then I worry there's not going to get enough money and like nobody's going to bid. And I just don't like it.
I can totally see that with you. So
yes. So I sat in the back.
It was good. The side-by-side ride went for $2,000. And then we said, well, we'll offer a second side-by-side ride. So it'll be good. That'll actually get me out on a side-by-side ride because I've been here for over a year and haven't went on an actual side-by-side ride. I've like driven mine around town, but that doesn't really count.
Right.
So
yeah.
And Rick Severdeen organized this one. He's like, I've got a great map, great route.
Oh, wow.
I've got three like really Catholic things to see.
Oh, wow. It's like a pilgrimage.
Kind of like a side-by-side pilgrimage. Yeah. So,
wow.
He's like, one is gonna knock your socks off. You're just really gonna, and I'm
oh, wow. What could that be?
I don't know, but I'm excited. I'm excited about it.
Well, I hope he wasn't joking.
I hope not too. That's the worst when you get your expectations.
This garage. I also won some money there.
Yes, I think you did.
I You were very quiet announcing those.
I was?
Nobody could hear what you were saying.
No way, really?
Really, really?
Oh, it sounded like I was really loud.
No. We couldn't hear you in the back.
Oh.
The only reason I know is because somebody was like, Katie, it's you. It's like, me? So I've got to go collect my winnings. That's why I wrote I won $50, allegedly.
I probably could have brought that check over.
Well, then I thought, well, I'm sure Father will give me the money eventually. I'm not really too worried about it.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll get your money eventually.
Yeah. And if I don't, it's...
How much did you spend on raffle tickets?
I think it was 80. By the time you buy all the raffle tickets, it's just easier just to buy them all.
Mm-hmm.
So I was only out 30. $30 donation and the basket.
$30 back to the... Well, thank you for
It's all
your
for a good
generosity.
cause.
Yes. Thank you. It is for a good cause. It's all for God.
Yeah.
God sees that,
Right.
you know, so
Yeah.
Good.
Did you want a caterpillar update or?
Tell me about your caterpillars, Katie.
Today was a big day. We said goodbye.
What do you mean you said goodbye?
We said goodbye to our butterflies. They're already butterflies.
Nuh-uh.
Yes.
They turn into butterflies that quickly?
Mm-hmm. It takes 14 days once they form their chrysalis. And it's been 2 weeks already.
Wow.
We have one left because that one just came out we have two left. One came out this morning and their wings weren't ready yet.
Okay.
And one is still in his chrysalis. That one we thought was the smartest one because he spent like the longest time eating. So he let all of them form the chrysalises and then he just ate all the food that was in there.
Huh.
And then he formed his. So we tagged them with a sticker and let them go on
Wow.
their big migration
Wow.
to Mexico.
They migrate to Mexico.
Yeah. Monarch butterflies are crazy. They're just like, I learned a lot today too, because the lady actually came in and really taught us. And yeah, it was sad. I was a little nervous because I had to be the one to stick my hand in and get the butterfly out. And then you have to pull the wings apart because you have to know if it's a boy or girl for the program.
Okay.
A male has 2 dots on the bottom wing. That's how you know. And then you have to put the sticker on the wing. And then...
Doesn't the sticker hurt their flying ability?
No.
Oh.
They've done this for a very long time.
Okay.
It's very safe. That's how they got all the data because they're trying to figure out how these butterflies know where to go.
So it's like this big study, this big scientific
Yeah,
study.
because it's like a total mystery how they know to get to Mexico.
Yeah, must be God.
Must be God. I honestly had goosebumps listening to the presentation. And man, like watching those I was going to send you a video, but I knew you didn't care for that last video. So I didn't send you one of the caterpillar coming out of its chrysalis, the butterfly coming out of its chrysalis.
What do you mean I didn't care for it? I didn't even watch it.
Exactly.
That's not care. Sounds like care for it. I didn't have time to watch it. Unless you send me a video about like God or...
It is about God. It is a
Was
metamorphosis.
It? Okay.
Well, it wasn't about God. Well, I mean, it's God's creation.
Yes. Maybe. Well, maybe I'll get back to it, but probably I won't even be able to find it again. And
I could resend it to you.
probably
Always.
forget. Probably forget immediately after recording this podcast.
Probably. So our butterflies are on their big journey.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it was
It
fun.
happened so quickly.
It did. Yeah, it was fun too.
That's awesome.
Yeah, something big happened over the weekend in the Catholic Church.
The canonization.
Yes, finally.
Finally, we've been waiting for this moment for all of the year. So they're officially saints now.
They are officially saints. I had the foresight at the beginning of the school year when I put up the blessed Carlo Acutis and the blessed Pier Giorgio Frassati to make 2 of them, one also that said saint. So I didn't have to remake anything. I could just ceremoniously take one down and put the other one up. It was very exciting.
You did that first thing on Monday?
Yeah, well, I showed it to the kids, but I never actually made it. I never shimmied up to the bulletin board. Mondays are a big day.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Yeah. So that was really exciting.
Yeah. I didn't get to see the ceremony.
It was really just a mass.
Just a mass.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. Carlo Acutis's brother said the first reading.
He's got a brother.
He's got a twin brother and sister. Oh, no, not his twin, but
he's got a brother and sister.
He's got a brother and sister who were twins who were born after he died.
Oh.
And it was like, it's something like to the day. It's either like on his birthday they were born, or it was the day of his death that they were born. Yeah. So cool that like his mom and dad were there and his siblings.
Yeah. How cool would that be to have a relative that you know is a saint?
Right.
I mean, we have relatives that we believe are saints.
Mm-hmm. But like,
this is just like
canonized saints.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool.
It's crazy. Yeah. And it's such a good experience for the kids to like learn that like anybody can be a saint. Like you don't have to be like a really old person. Like
this guy playing video games and soccer and makes a computer project that it's a really cool thing. Pier Giorgio Frassati, cool saint. Mm-hmm. Have you been learning about him yet in your classroom? Have you been talking about him?
We haven't really like dove into it yet. I ordered a book that I think will help.
So when I talked about him at mass the other day, where the kids like that's the first time they had heard that about him. Like I talked to them at mass the other day about, well, he was from a really rich family and he had a lot of wealthy friends, but then he had a lot of poor friends because at night or when his other friends were sleeping, he'd be with the poor people taking care of them.
Yeah.
And really generous and yeah.
And that was how they were like similar to Carlo Acutis and Frassati is like both of their families were wealthy. And then like at their funerals, all of these poor people were there because they were both helping the poor as well.
It's pretty cool.
Very cool. Well, St. Carlo Acutis and St. Pier Giorgio Frassati.
Great for us.
Awesome. Okay, well, we're going to dive into a topic that is near and dear to our heart here. I think this is a challenge that a lot of places are facing. And it's hitting closer to home for us. So this is kind of like this is an episode that is all about kind of what's happening in our parish that maybe you might be seeing in your parishes too. And if you are in our parish, this will hopefully like give you some insight.
Answer some questions, maybe not.
Yeah, and also maybe not. Who knows? So we are journeying, ... journeying in faith. Or GIF.
GIF, as we...
Not the funny pictures. That would be better.
Or
that's the GIF.
Or the...
peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
All good. Yeah, so this what would you call it this?
What is this? It's a archdiocese an initiative to basically plan for the next and look 25 years ahead of how we can manage all these different parishes, how we can support the faith of the people, how we can grow in our faith while still supporting everyone along the way. There's a number of reasons that we're doing this. It's been done a lot. Really, it's been like it's in the Archdiocese of Dubuque right now, but there's been a lot of places that this has happened. This is not just an archdiocese thing, right? So Sioux City and Madison, closest ones to us on either side. I guess Madison's closest to here. Did this the last couple of years, last few years, and they really just kind of the same thing, like put these parishes together and said, we're going to have the priests live together, have more priests walking together on journeying in faith. together.
Journeying in faith together. Jiffing together.
Yeah.
Jiffing down the street.
Jiffing. Better than skipping. Jiffing. But why? Why do this? Well, the mass attendance has dropped 46% in the last 19 years. Sacraments have dropped, baptisms, confirmations, first communions. There has been an increase in funerals, but that's about it. And so I think you can just say from that, that's a problem on one hand. Only 37% of capacity of our church capacity is being utilized every Sunday. That varies across the archdiocese. Different places see different capacity, different usages across our four parishes. The four parishes that I'm in charge of, we see different things that way too. So, just trying to think about that. Think about the whole archdiocese. You know what a lot of people don't even realize is that our archdiocese goes all the way to Ames.
No, it's huge.
Yeah, 30 counties. It's the largest one in the state of Iowa. It was the first one. That's why it's an archdiocese. It has an archbishop. The other ones, like the Diocese of Sioux City and Diocese of Des Moines, smaller. But it's a big area, right? So all of us are going through this together. It's not just Jackson County. It's not just Tama County, right? It's all of us trying to figure out like what's the best way to move forward.
Right? Yeah.
Because we know that this isn't sustainable.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. For the clergy.
For the clergy, it's not sustainable. I don't know that it's sustainable for the people either at some level, right? You know, the mass I had this weekend at St. Catherine, I didn't have servers, which is pretty much become the norm this summer. I don't think there's been more than once I've had a server. No musicians. That's becoming the norm too. Yep. On the 4th of July, I don't think I would have even had a lector or enough Eucharistic ministers, but thankfully it rained, so people came to Mass. So this last weekend, when we had to read the homily from the Archbishop, which was very good, but then there was still no ministers, right? So I'm setting the altar, they're doing the collection, and someone in the crowd says, "Let's sing number 323, the servant song." And we just started singing the servant song, you know, and I know all the lyrics.
Yeah, well, yeah. Any good churchgoer knows all the lyrics.
And so I'm standing at the altar singing it and wait for the collection to get, you know, and then someone jumps out of the crowd and comes up and serves for me, an adult, and he had served 2 masses for me recently anyway for funerals. So he brought the water over to me and washed my hands. Great. You know, it was just like this like, I thought, well, awesome. You know, like just stepping up. Like, I just like that, you know, we're just.
Someone else stepped up at Mass this weekend, and it was me. I was peer pressured into stepping up.
To light the candles?
Yes. I did not want to light those candles.
It's a good thing you did, because I was actually headed, like when I got into the church, I saw that the candles weren't lit. So I was going to head up there and light the candles at that point. So I'm glad you did. Thank you.
There's a lot of pressure lighting those candles, because I really critique the servers a lot.
And now maybe you'll be less critiquing.
I think I did a pretty good job. It wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. So
Good.
yeah.
So you just think about like this is not just I'm not picking on St. Catherine. I'm not picking on St. Innes. This is Tama County. This is Benton County. This is all a lot of little churches where they just don't have the Mass ministers. They just don't have the people anymore to do the things.
And think about, even in Bellevue a couple weekends ago, I had to do the lecturing. Maybe that's different. But
no, it's not.
Like that was like a surprise all of a sudden.
The servers didn't show up at that Mass either. At Saturday night Mass, they didn't show up. That's why you had to go light the candles. Yeah. Right. So 2 people jumped up out of the congregation to go be the servers, but usually have 3, and the ones that were scheduled, they didn't show up. it seems like have started to value other things more than church.
Yeah.
Right. So it's, I want to be mad about that, but there's no reason to be mad. It's just like, this is the way it is. This is the value.
Yeah.
Bleachers are full and the pews are empty.
Exactly.
And it's a problem. People are not.
Our values are all goofed up in the world right now.
All goofed up. And when it's really easy to just be like, oh, I can do this, and not see like how me not attending or skipping my scheduled ministry, or how these little things by themselves are okay, but how it actually is part of a bigger problem. Like 46% of people are not in Mass anymore. That's a huge number.
Yeah.
And the data that we have. And so like knowing that we aren't just doing this on our own. Sioux City did this. Madison did it. Lincoln did it. St. Louis did it. Cincinnati did it. All these dioceses around are doing it. The data shows that we're losing 1% to 2% of Mass goers every year. 1% to 2%.
Which is a lot.
That is a lot.
Year after year after year.
That is a lot. Yeah. And the data also shows that when you do something like this, when you cluster the churches together, you put the priests together, you don't have a Sunday Mass at certain places, don't have a Sunday Mass anymore, you lose about 3%.
We're already losing 2%.
Exactly. We don't want to lose any.
Right.
I don't want to lose a single. I don't want to lose a single soul. Right. That as pastor, I want to keep every single soul.
Yeah.
But.
And maybe we should talk about like the overall plan, not the overall plan, but some parishes, like the smaller parishes, might not have a weekend Mass.
Yeah. So,
do you want to get into that or
yeah,
no?
Yeah, we can definitely get into that. The plan is that, in Jackson County, there's 6 churches right now in Jackson County. St. Catherine's is actually in Dubuque County. So the first part of the plan is Jackson County should be together for sure. These churches should be. What should St. Catherine's do? And St. Catherine's will, for the most part, have that choice. The Archbishop is asking for feedback. There's 2 different models. One has St. Catherine still in Jackson County, and one has with Jackson County, and one has them with Dubuque, with parishes in Dubuque. So that's the first question. That's the first real question. For us in Jackson County, then it's like, okay, we're together. We're together, and the idea is that we become one pastorate. So we become one group of churches instead of 6 individual parishes. We're all together. We kind of function as that right now with the 4 parishes, but they're actually 4 separate parishes right now. We work together, but still 4 separate parishes. This would be bringing all 6 together into one. And then basically having 2 priests which is the same as what we have right now. It's the same situation, except that there'd be a limit to how many Masses we had. And the idea on limiting the number of Masses, one is just that I'm just not running like a chicken with my head cut off, which is
right. What you're doing now.
Kind of what I'm doing right now. I had 3 Masses on Saturday. If I had associate, there's no way. Unless there was a funeral too. So I had a funeral, wedding, Mass, but it's really unlikely. But right now, that's my reality. And if someone had died and wanted a funeral on Saturday morning, I would have done it. And it'd have been a bad.
You'd have been a zombie.
Yeah,
you already were a zombie by the last one.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
So that'd be the nice thing, is that we would limit the number of Masses so that the capacity was higher, right? The capacity utilization usage was higher, because in theory, when you do that, you have more ministers to help with mass.
Right.
You have more servers. You have more lectors, and all the different roles can be filled. That makes for a better mass. Music makes a better mass. We know that. We can feel it, right? And that's why I loved it when someone just stepped up and started singing a cappella. That's what we needed. We need someone to step up because it makes it a better celebration. How can we do that more often? And I've, Father Vu's made this comment. I've noticed it. If the mass is more full now at 9:30 at St. Joe's, and that's great. Like it feels better. Like the favorite mass of the year for most priests is actually Christmas Eve because there's a ton of people there. Yeah, that's really a really great thing.
Yeah.
Great feeling.
Right.
Great feeling for a priest when it's full. When we're just preaching to, 40 people, it's like a daily mass where I don't even read the readings sometime before mass starts. I just,
Come on, Holy Spirit.
come Holy Spirit. Say the first thing that comes to me and go sit down, So it's different, right? And so the idea is that we can have a fuller celebration, a more reverent celebration, hopefully too, just a bigger, better job. If I only had one mass to focus on Saturday and Sunday, I could put more effort into that one mass. But when I'm running, when I'm doing all the things, it's a challenge.
Yeah. And it's not just you, like it's all priests that, we're already so limited. And if we keep like spreading our priests thinner and thinner and thinner, pretty soon they're not gonna, like, it's gonna be too much. And then like, we're not gonna have anybody,
Yeah. We've lost 6 active priests in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
And then a priest that people in St. Catherine and St. Ines are for sure familiar with, Father Rod Allers. He just announced that he's got lung cancer.
Oh no.
So he's an active priest. He's he's around 60 years old. So you're thinking you're going to get 10 more years out of him. And who knows? It doesn't sound good, but we trust in God.
Yeah.
But why are there so many deaths and things going on? Is it the stress of it?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
It doesn't help.
Yeah.
It doesn't help.
Yeah.
And we don't want to close churches. And this isn't closing churches, for the record. This isn't closing churches. The hope is that all these churches will still have mass once a month on a weekday, that they'll still be available for funerals and weddings and maybe even baptisms. There's lots of questions there about how that's all going to work. But
that's the next phase,
that's
right?
that's a later phase. So we can't fixate too much on those types of questions. First question is, okay, are we comfortable working together? Are we going to work together? Do we drive to each other's towns on a regular basis? And it seems like we do. Like, it seems like people are going to Makokata, right? It seems like people are going to Preston for a pizza here and there. Like they're in Jackson County works together pretty well. I think it's a good situation. I think it'll be a good combining.
Yeah.
At some point when we combine, we'll have to figure out a new name. And
what?
Yeah. When you have all these different churches, like St. Joe's and Sacred Heart,
but we'll still be St. Joe's.
The church will be St. Joe's.
Oh gosh, I thought we were going to pick a different saint. Like, what?
The pastorate. So I'm hoping for St. Andrew's pastorate. Yeah, because
your name's Andrew. Get it? I get it. St. Catherine. No, I guess that would be too confusing.
That would be confusing. We can't. So good thing we don't know any Donatus's.
St. Carlo.
Yeah, we could do that, or
the dog Carl. All good options.
So there's lots of stuff that has to be done. I think.
Yeah. And you made a good point about, like, if you do have to travel a little ways, like, and to go to mass, like, that people do travel quite a ways for other things.
Yeah, they do. They do. Where people are traveling to go to the store. They're going to go to the restaurants, to go watch their kids or grandkids play sports. And my fear, I think everybody's concern, is that people say, well, that's it. They're not having Sunday mass here. I'm not going to go to mass at all anymore. Well, if Calmus is closed in St. Ignatius, you'd say, that's it. I'm not eating anymore. Right? You're going to go find food somewhere else.
Right. Yeah.
And it's not unreasonable. Like, there was a reason that churches were so close together, right? There wasn't this great infrastructure, great cars. Some people had to walk. How are people getting to mass? Well, it's a lot different. It's a lot different now. We drive everywhere for the simplest, littlest things. So can we do that for our faith? I hope so, right? And so that's kind of an argument to almost to comfort, church isn't here for people's comfort or pleasure. It's for their salvation, right? And we want to encourage that. I mean, a lot of people are going to say, but this is where all the sacraments, I got married here. I got first communion here. I baptized at this church, and I'm going to miss it. I get it. I do. But at the same time, like, times change. Things change. Your parents die, you sell the family house. Well, you don't go, I'm not going to see my siblings anymore because the family house is gone. I'm not going to see my, times change. We have to change with it. We can't just, when it comes to buildings, don't get me wrong. The buildings are important, and you walk into an old building and you smell the same smell that you smelled how many years ago, and it brings back all those memories. It does. But what's more important is God and our faith, and living our faith out, and it's not. We're not bulldozing any of these churches. It's not like it's just that they're gone. It's how can we live our faith in a different reality, in a changing reality of priests, of people, and just we bring it all together.
Right. And just to remember that, like, something had to change. Like, we couldn't keep, as an archdiocese, like, we could not keep going on the way it was, like, physically, spiritually. Like, it wasn't working.
I don't see how, yeah.
Right. So, like, something had to be done. And, God bless Archbishop Zinkula, because it's a huge task. But, like, he's also not saying, like, this is it. Like, I think in a very, like, wise way, people do have a voice in, like, what changes they appreciate, and, like, actually have a say in what they think would be best for the parishes, which isn't always the case. Like, sometimes it's just like, this is what it is. Like, so.
Yeah, he could say, this is the model. We're going to move to this model. I've done all the research. I've researched all the data. We have all the data. This is the model we're going to use because it makes the most sense. Well, the data is there. It does make sense from that standpoint. However, there's some common sense. There's some data in our own heads that needs to be shared. And because if people from St. Catherine will not come to Bellevue, they need to share that. They can't just say, oh, you're going to do whatever you do. No, they need to share. Where do we go? Where do we go eat at? Where do we go buy our groceries at? Where do we go get gas at? Right? Like these questions are all real questions. So where would it make the most sense for us to go to mass at too? So we have to marry the data with the common sense, bring that all together. And that's why we need the feedback. That's why we need people to talk about this and to think about it. Like what can we do to survive together? I'm worried about this kind of rivalry that towns have, you know, that someone from one of these towns was saying, well, if I don't have Sunday mass, I'm going to cathedral, you know? It's like, okay, that's a farther drive than the other ones, but it's like, they're like the little towns, they kind of have this friendly rivalry that's not friendly at all. It's actually a legit rivalry. I don't understand those rivalries, you know? So like, if that's really there, like, it has to be talked about,
right?
You know, it has to be discussed. But then it's like, can we like move past that? Can we heal that rivalry, whatever that is?
Yeah.
And I was talking with my dad and Father Jake about this last night, and it kind of struck me like, this is exactly still what's happening in Israel versus Palestine, Israel versus the Philistines. That's that word Palestine is Philistine. Actually, that's been happening for thousands of years. They're still fighting that war that David and Goliath, you know, fought way back then, right? It's still there. It's like, no, are we Catholic? Like, can we just put down can we just be Catholic together in Jackson County and the whole archdiocese really, and go, this is bigger than me. This is bigger than my church. And, you know, what am I willing to sacrifice at some level? What am I willing to sacrifice for my faith? How important is my faith? And maybe that is a sacrifice to drive every Sunday to a church that you don't want to be at, you know, in a town that you have grew up not liking and don't want to work with. That might be a huge sacrifice. Yeah. Well, then please, when I say, pray, brothers and sisters, that my sacrifice and yours may be acceptable to God, the Almighty Father, like that sacrifice of yours better be on that altar with, you know, mentally with mine, because, you know, I can see where that's difficult, but we're all called to sacrifice in some way. And I think I've done my part, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I could be making $300,000 back in Des Moines with all my weekends free and 6 weeks of vacation. I could be doing that. Yeah. And it's a good life, you know? So here I am. I don't want to, you know, I'm just saying, hey, can we make some sacrifices that we know we need to make? You know, it's not going to be easy for anybody. I say that, and I'm like, well, people in Bellevue won't be that affected, but I don't think anybody in Bellevue wants to see any of the smaller churches go through this either. Yeah, like the ones I've talked to, at least, that they're not happy about this either. You know, they're not like, oh, great, there's a chance we get 4 masses. No, nobody's like celebrating that. Yeah. You know, it's just like, oh, that's really. That's a big change. That's really going to be tough, Father. You know, we're on this together. We're on this together, trying to figure this out and move forward in our faith as best we can. Yeah.
Well, I got you a little something because I think you're going to need it.
Is it a bottle of?
No, it is not alcohol.
Oh, no, I'm joking.
Even better. I found myself in the Target or in the TJ Maxx aisle again. And I was like, you know, I haven't got Father anything from this aisle in a while. And then I found something that was perfect. It's a dumpster fire.
Oh, jeez.
And you can just, there's fire all around. And it's that dog saying, this is fine.
Wow. Well, this will be fine. This is
fine.
Keep telling yourself this is fine. And it will be fine.
It will be fine. Everything always works out, and it will. We'll move forward, whatever the plan is. And
is the Holy Spirit with us? Yes. Right?
Yeah.
And is the Holy Spirit part of this? I believe so.
Mm-hmm.
And
just remember, it's not Father Andy making these choices.
Yeah. No, it's not. Like, it's
right.
not.
Yeah.
Like, I literally quit my job 12 years ago to be part of this, part of this kind of solution, right? Like I'm furthest thing from the sidelines on this. You know, I'm in as much as I can be. So it's not me making any decisions. And I want to support. I want to be a hope. I want to bring people back somehow during all this. You know, like, is this actually important for our faith? To have masses, to have the sacrifice of the mass. Yeah, it is. So what are we willing to do for it? You know, and one of the hardest things I think will be the money situation. You know, and I know that people are talking, well, maybe we shouldn't have a parish festival this year. Maybe we should just stop giving if the money's going to go to Bellevue, heaven forbid. Well, like, the money wasn't ever going to Bellevue, right? The money really is going to God. Like, it's going to support the church. It's going to support the faith and
support the mission.
And that's I'm glad you use that word, because I think we've lost that sense of like that there is a mission here, that we are in a mission field in the church, and that's what it's really supposed to be. And sometimes it turns into other things that it shouldn't be, you know, like a social club or now don't get me wrong, you can you should have good social along with the church. Like that's a part of it. But the first part of it is to go make disciples, baptizing in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. And then along with that, then you do have the social piece of it. You know, so what have we turned it into? There's going to be temptation to turn it into more of a Protestant kind of model and say, well, you know, and I think there's going to be this temptation, which I've already kind of addressed in mass, like, well, if we just had married priests, or if we just had women priests, or all these other things. Well, look at the Protestant churches and go, that's not helping them either. That's not you know, really been a solution for them. They're still suffering the same thing that we are with the faith, with this difficulty in people living their faith, right? And that's what we really want. You know, how can we help people grow in their faith? That's why I entered the priesthood, why I entered the seminary to become a priest, was to help people live their faith, not leave the church, not walk away like I had almost done. So
kind of a big topic for us.
Yeah.
Heavy topic. Everybody be nice to Father Andy, because if you're mean to him, then I'll get sad and it wouldn't be good.
I'll be honest, people have been generally very nice to me.
Oh, good. Only one panicked person.
Yeah, it was you. The most panic I've experienced from anybody so far is Katie.
Well, I misread the model.
She misread the map and freaked out.
But I had a plan in my head. I saw the map as like all of Jackson County was gone. And I was like, oh, we got nothing. We're all goners.
Model C,
which we were not a part of.
Does not apply to us, okay?
Yeah, I missed that. I do tend to like accidentally skip ahead, miss a couple steps along the way. My bad. But I wasn't the only one who thought that. So yeah, pray for us. Pray for Father Andy. Pray for the Archbishop, because he's going to take the brunt of it.
He's going to make those decisions. I really love this his video that he sent out on the day of the announcement about how like the church that his grandparents, had this window in and that he got baptized in. It's not there anymore.
Yeah. So like he really understands.
He gets it, you know, and he doesn't want to have to do it, but it's like some point you just have to look at the realities. You have to look at the situation and go, we can't kick the can anymore.
It's not sustainable.
It's not sustainable. We have to talk about this. We have to look at the reality. You do that in everything in your life. Like I said, when a parent dies, or when your business isn't going as well as could be, or you have to really take a serious, honest look at things. And dang it, this is where we're at.
So it'll be interesting moving forward. But we gotta trust, surrender. Surrender to God's will, and whatever is meant to be for our archdiocese is what will be.
Amen.
Oh, I was hoping you were going to say amen.
Really?
I was going to say it myself, but you didn't say it. So, well, we better keep this thing rolling.
All right. Can you relate?
Mine is, I have this, like, I'm really into chopping vegetables lately, and I keep cutting my fingers, but not while I am chopping the vegetable. It's usually like when I'm either putting it away, the cutter thing away, or getting it out, or taking it out of the dishwasher. See, I got this real big one yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah. Chopped off all the skin from the top.
Dangerous. Who knew? You're just removing it from the dishwasher.
Yeah, this was actually, I think, going to put it on. I hadn't even started chopping the vegetables yet, and it's very sharp. The one I last week, I cut my thumb, and there was a lot of blood. So I called my dad. This was like, I think I might die. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah. But by the time he got here, it just looked like a paper cut. So this is kind of embarrassing.
What did he say to you?
He's like, yeah, it's fine.
He called off the ambulance. He said, well, while you're here, Dad, can you take a look at my bathroom?
Now that you're here.
Maybe you just put 5 minutes of work into it, Dad.
Yeah. No, that definitely didn't happen.
Bummer.
Yeah.
Well, mine is, we had a little get together the other day, and after the family holy hour, had a burger night. They were good. And really good. And some kids at some point, they went into my house to go to use the restroom or whatever. And actually some of them found those Italian ices that were from earlier
there were some
one.
left. Okay.
Yeah. So they knew the kids always amaze me and how much they like are retaining and they really do listen.
Sometimes.
Well, to the things that
they want to hear.
My nephew this weekend, he's like, I'm doing fantasy football. I know you told me not to, but I'm doing it anyway. And this is like a year ago that I told him this, but little Kate, he remembered. So anyway, a couple kids in my house the other night, and they were getting washing their hands. They're using my soap.
Uh-huh.
And I have this one soap that is called the Naughty List.
Oh.
Something about I'm working myself on a naughty list or something, but
is it Christmas soap?
No, it's actually like more of like a fall soap.
Oh.
Or more, it's actually a summer soap. It's marshmallow fire. It's supposed to smell like marshmallow and fire. And I was just really embarrassed because
you had that girly smelling soap?
No, not because it wasn't girly smelling. I don't think it's that girly smelling.
Okay.
Because I don't know. I thought marshmallow and fire. That sounds kind of manly, doesn't it? Anyway. See, I'm embarrassed.
Very manly. There's fire.
Well, I kind of have a problem with buying soaps recently. Like my mom used to buy me soap and now I buy soap and I don't like to go into the store to buy soap. So I buy it online and then you can't tell what it smells like. So you just like, well, marshmallow and fire, that's not so bad. Not looking at the name, the naughty list. And then just really embarrassed in front of these little girls.
Why does it say naughty list?
Yeah, that's what they're asking. That's what they're asking.
Yeah, that is embarrassing. I can't relate.
Kids never embarrass you?
Oh, yeah, they do.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was going to say.
for sure. Well, now you're going to get a lot of manly smelling soap.
Okay, then if that's going to happen, I want the foamy kind.
Okay, Bath and Body Works.
Bath and Body Works foamy.
You know, at school, I always buy us Bath and Body Works because something about like having good smelling soap in the teachers' bathrooms just makes the day better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. It's little things.
It's the little things in life. All right. Well, that's it for this week, I think.
Okay.
As always, we are praying for you.
May God bless you all.
Bye.
Bye-bye now.